5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dungeons and Rocks Fall, Everyone Dies. This is episode 178. Eight, yes. Johnny, what happened last time?
So you might have cut the recap already.
Maybe. Just in case it didn't. Oh, wow.
Just so we can record and I can splice all the recaps together.
Yes.
I do still plan on doing that, so. It's going to be like a 2-hour video. Recaps.
Previously, some of the other crew of the Nostromo were tasked with the mission of retrieving the Scepter of Lifa from the Blade Desert for purification uses of all kinds. And Arnhem, Haven Rock, Sayabone Vale, Caradoc, Lucky Laddie, and I guess Wagon tagged along with us too now, I guess. Took off to the Blade Desert, got teleported there by the Bays, and snuck into the city of Kusan to get the bearings, figure out a quicker way to get to Rumin, and came across, what's her name, Alanis at the Enchanter Shop, who was a Ifrit, follower of Mandragora the Dawn Titan, and they were able to bring into their schemes by promising to bring her along to purify the Dawn Titan once they get their hands on the scepter, and offered to help by creating a duplicate we could swap out Indiana Jones style. And while making other plans, we also got accosted by a thieves guild that was following us around town that we managed to shake and found their hideout at an inn. Did I write down the inn name? I don't remember. The Ogling Acrobat Inn. Where they were able to invisibly sneak up to the top floor where the thieves were hiding out at and actually pop up literally directly behind one of them to surprise them, and then just win it from there for how we decide to go forward.
Margin, awesome.
Yeah, well, what if the whole time we're sneaking in here, like it's just secretly been following us? We spooked this guy, and then he's like, yeah, have you been following us this whole time?
Okay, picking up there. Let me pull up my notes, and I am good. Okay, picking up there. The guy is panicked. He's like, this guy, human, mid-aged, maybe 30, not heavy set, not skinny. A very forgettable face, right? Brownish colored hair. The only thing about him that sticks out is his coloring and
the smell of chocolate milk, because that's what we spilled on him.
Oh yeah, the smell of chocolate milk, because that is what you spilled all over him. At this point, he has pulled back his hood. He's kind of been cleaning off his face as he kind of turns around. And you... Well, never mind. No, it wouldn't be apparent yet. We're in the scene.
Howdy there.
It's
okay, friend. Nothing to be concerned about. We just invited ourselves in since some of your friends were keeping an eye on us when we arrived.
I'm not really sure who you are and what these friends are.
Of course, you're not in charge here, so would you mind going downstairs and letting your boss, the barkeep, know that we'd like to have a conversation with her?
And who can I say is,
The Wu-Tang Clan requests an audience with your boss.
Wu-Tang Clan. Okay. Alright, and who is this Wu-Tang?
No, that's just the name of our group. She'll tell you our names later if she deems it important for you to know. Go along.
He starts tenuously kind of walking around you guys, and just seems to move a little bit, then stop, almost as like ready for somebody to just stab him in the back. And he kind of takes a couple more steps and starts to step into the hall. Passive insight. So, what is everyone's passive insight?
21.
17.
17.
14.
14.
11. Be afraid.
16.
16. Okay. Everybody that has a 14 or higher. This guy looks like he's just gonna bolt. As he starts to get towards the stairs, he looks at you, he
Bolt
looks
person.
back at the stairs.
Yeah, he's not going to do what we want him to do.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Someone should probably accompany him to make sure he does what he's told.
Okay, man, I'll do it.
Thank you, kind of the Caradoc.
I'll grab him by an arm.
And the dragon.
Drag him downstairs.
Was going to offer to unfreeze, but this is much funnier.
Oh, yes, much better, yeah.
Much funnier.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Okay, no, almost bloody. All right.
I get to the bottom, I lean him up against the wall, up against the bar.
As you're picking up this guy, and you're literally like frozen in place, this regular, who people know, you kind of pick him up, kind of walk him over, and set him on the bar, frozen in place. What is your character's intention? Are you looking like you're helping him, or is this more like an intimidation tactic?
This is exactly what it looks like. I'm just picking him up, and I'm not intimidating, I'm not helping, I'm just, there's an object. This is yours.
Okay. Roll me give me like a performance or a persuasion check, right? That sounds fair. Just trying to communicate you're not being hostile.
Persuasion.
I would almost say insight could be used as well.
I'm gonna do. Seriously. Third lucky.
No.
It's a little better. 14.
14. Okay.
I rolled 3, 3, and 6.
Oh dear.
Oh, Jesus.
That sets the tone.
Yeah.
All right then. Let me grab this bar. This one is Kusan, and we are in the. My mouse is losing its mind.
Ogling acrobat, I believe.
Yes. The ogling acrobat. Hitting details. Let's see. Okay. As you set this down, you start to get a good look at this Dio, right? A Dio is an Earth Jinn. Posing, very heavy set, right? Very dark brown, with like streaks of like black onyx in the skin, visible gems along the head. The eyes themselves appear to be some kind of sapphire, large sapphires. The only thing that is not made of earth is there is a metal prosthetic leg on her left leg, and it's prosthetic leg is just literally, it's not in the shape of a leg, it's just a long peg starting at the knee, all the way down to the ground, where it has some kind of like a soft wooden kind of it kind of almost looks like a foot. Okay. As she's grabbing, you notice that all the cups here are made of clay or some kind of hardened rock. None of them are made out of steel or glass. As she's kind of cleaning off this clay mug, she goes over, walks past you, takes a look at him, and just kind of looking at him as she's walking past you, puts it against the side of the table and just kind of starts filling it up. walks over back to you and puts the drink down. Can I help you?
Yeah, like this guy wouldn't do the good thing like we asked him to do, so I had to bring him down. And can like you come upstairs? We've got like talk to you and stuff.
We
Oh, sorry, we're the Wu-Tang Clan. So come on. And I go up the stairs.
all right. She kind of looks back at him as you're walking up the stairs, and
It should wear off pretty quick.
yeah, and you just hear like a visible slap. You hear a noise, and you hear a doof doof as you're kind of like walking up the stairs, and just like it just goes silent, and you just hear as somebody with a heavy set person with a peg leg starts walking around the bar and up the stairs. You hear a yell down there like, "Keep playing the music!" And then just you hear the music come back up. Following shortly after you make it up the top of the stairs, you see a 7-foot tall Genasi Dio walking down the hallway. The floors here are made of stone. They're made of like a hardened clay. It's most of the buildings here are more of like kind of like that clay stucco you would see in kind of like South America or other places where it's really hot. They just make things out of wood because there's no wood around. A wooden house here would be something a rich person would have, and it probably wouldn't last long. She walks into the room. The door shuts itself behind her. And she says, welcome to the suite. It's very expensive to stay in this. It is a gold night. Are you willing to pay the rent?
No, man, we're not staying.
But you're in the room. Why not enjoy the decor?
Tempting as it is, I think we might find lodgings elsewhere. But we did want to talk with you about your associates who've been trying to pry into our business since we arrived here. So very merry men indeed they were.
Did you kill any of them?
Oh, no.
Absolutely no. Trying to avoid that mess. Not interested.
Yeah, we didn't come to town to cause a big scene right away or anything like that.
Well, we come to talk to you.
We're talking? Good. Talking is good. So what is it you wish to talk about? You all are different. You have different accents and different faces. None of you obviously are from here. I know everyone
Give it
now.
away.
I've lived here for 300 years. So, mortals, what is this business? Or are we just currently in accords? Is this a shakedown?
No.
No, we don't want any trouble from anyone getting in the way of our own business here in town. We just want to make sure that we're on good terms to, you don't bother us, we don't bother you. Although, and if, say, we do require any assistance, perhaps we could form an accord if you're willing to help us.
Lots of stick, no carrot.
You've been here 300 years, you say? It's quite some time here. So you're very familiar with the great Lord Maldi, as it were. Don't say his name, remember, we don't say his name. So, tell me, what's the vibe here? We've just gotten here ourselves. He seems like a pretty swell guy. Are all the stories about him true? The great the savior and all that?
I've never seen more powerful and terrifying being, except when I saw my god Gol-Asi go mad.
I see. So you're a Burnian, huh?
All of the Jinn here are Burnian. When we fled, this was the closest land. Grigaldon was north of us in the seas. Where were we to go? Gazetteer. East to the Dragonlands?
So perhaps would be good day for you should your god be restored.
You speak of Ogormok.
Is that one of the other titans?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
It's the Earth one.
Earth. Okay. Yeah, because we've talked to
Fire.
about fire. Okay.
Earth.
Okay.
Then we need to go to the water tribe.
Can
and
you said Ogremont?
And then heart.
Ogormok.
OG. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
I can, no, it matters. I can, actually, I'll share with you, I can share with you the sheet.
And then can you also tell me what the name of the fire one was?
Mandragora,
Mandragora.
the Dawn Titan. Ogormok was the embodiment of earth, loyalty, and endurance. He is currently corrupted to betrayal, ruin, and weakness.
Okay. Thank you. Just trying to keep him straight. Yes, that is one. Yes.
Hmm. So, are you here for coin? Are you mercenaries? Are you a thieves' guild trying your hand on the local scene?
I don't think it's quite as easy to classify us, because we're individuals of many talents.
Ah, rat catchers.
So, man, like, let me ask you a question.
Oh no.
So, if we could, like, purify, like, your Titan, man, would that be, like, cool?
My titan.
Yeah.
What man is tightening me?
What my esteemed colleague is saying is that would be good day for Ogremok to be restored.
I saw the temple on top of Forever Fall. I saw a mountain walk. There's no coming back from that. It's how could that be possible? I'm sure you all are very capable, but I don't see its possibility.
But what do you have to lose?
My home?
I mean, your home will be fine. Nothing will change if we don't purify. Ogremok?
So you're going to you're in town in Kusan to purify Ogormok. You're a little far away. You need to go that way. About 200 leagues.
We know where to go. But what we need to accomplish the task is here. Maybe not in Kasam, but very close.
When your people came here, did we welcomed here by the great Lord Maldy? Did he invite you with open arms, or did he exact a price from you to make a home here? How was that arrangement first made?
There was a price. It wasn't pretty, but it was binding. He has extracted his favors. and many of the Jinn are bound here. Many of our children are bound here against their will. Their tokens have been held in reserve. We Jinn are not from this plane. We are outsiders. We need a totem to be able to stay here. Lord Maladek's price was that he held our tokens.
Would she have said his name?
Oh yeah, no, she would not. The Lord holds our tokens.
Do you know where those totems are being held? Because, once again, maybe we could help out with that.
The totems are being held in the Lotus Palace.
I can tell you, someone is meant to.
Into what, man?
To set them free. May not be us, but someone is meant to. Is already in their future.
We're looking for an artifact of great power that's supposedly powerful enough to even purify your Ogremok deity.
Burne.
Oh.
Welcome back!
Oh, sorry about that.
And we believe that Maladek has it within who? Maldi. He wouldn't. Lucky would know better than to say his name.
Roll me an intelligence check. I think you'd be fine. DC's 10.
Oh my god.
It is. Oh man.
Oh
That's a I have a wait. I have things.
I was
have-
gonna say.
You do have one level 20 ability that you could, I suppose, you could utilize.
You know, I am gonna use that level 20 ability to turn that into a success. Stroke of luck.
Okay.
Because that was a 7 that I rolled.
You catch, your character catches himself.
That's that we think that the Lord here has this item in his possession, and we're looking to procure it for our own needs.
You're talking about the shepherd's crook.
no.
Yeah?
Isn't that what we
That's
call
it.
The
The scepter?
I thought we were looking for the unicorn. Was it made
With the unicorn horn. It's made with unicorn
So I
horn.
thought it was
Yeah.
unicorn
Yeah,
something.
last game, it is that. It is
Okay,
that. It has
okay,
many
yes.
names.
It is,
People
yeah.
commonly here have been calling it the shepherd's crook.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other
okay.
people, other places have been calling it other things.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't
yeah.
misremembered.
Panic in the disco.
Some call it Tim.
This is too fortuitous. You want the shepherd's crook. Okay. I get that. None of you are Burnian. Why? None of you are wearing their idols. I smell not the concordance of their belief on you. I do not feel the radiance of clerical magics or divine Genasi heritage. Why would 5 strangers risk the blight of Burne?
Our fellowship transcends.
The 5 of us.
Yes, we want to do more for. I'm speaking for everybody here because honestly, I don't care.
Go ahead.
We want to help everyone. There's a lot of evil and destruction and damage that's been done to this plane. We want to see what we can do to fix that.
It's bigger than us. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than Ogromok.
I don't know any of you. Don't know what you're capable of. But I will say this. Your plan is enticing, but I have a complication. There are people who might be able to help you in this endeavor. But we can't help you. There are some who can, but they are very few. I only know of 2 who could, who have over time and bondage and cost freed themselves and received back their totem by showing loyalty, or at least the need to sacrifice for him. But many of us would be risking something great. You would have to prove that you are capable. Would you be willing to do such a test?
She's going to ask us to participate in the games. That's what's going to happen.
I think we could handily tackle any task you deem necessary to earn our trust.
Okay. I would like you to go to the Fortress of Moving Sands and steal the Lich's hourglass.
Oh, that sounds easy.
There is a Lich who, in the Fortress of Moving Sands, his name is Amwin. Amwin the Forever. He was a fellow Dio who traded his immortality, and in such became a Dio Lich.
Can I ask you what he traded for?
He traded it for power, and he traded it when his totem became destroyed. His bonds here were starting to weaken, and he owed so much to higher Shin, who cannot come to this plane because of the laws of those above.
Laddie doesn't know shit about this, but just, yeah, of course, yes.
In this sphere, he sold his immortality over to the Lord and became a Lich, a Dio Lich. He was also my brother.
That must have made things awkward.
I want the Hourglass of Forever. This is his phylactery. Bring it to me. And if you do, then we have a chance to get your crook. But I cannot reveal my plan because any of you could be killed and raised and questioned by his people.
Fair enough.
And I don't think any of you are willing to guarantee that the process would not happen. You can do that, or you can, of course, prove your devotion to the cause by simply taking a vial of this. She has a vial of dark blue liquid. She sets it in front of her. That is pure and undiluted sapulpa.
What is it?
Sapulpa.
It's the alcohol drink that kind of drives people crazy, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. In its purest form, it is potent. But anyone who drinks that cannot be resurrected from the dead. They guarantee their death. It is infused with mystical waters from the realms of Wakafia. So you will not feel the negative effects, but it will loosen the coil of your soul to the point where if you die, you're gone.
Outside of character, do we still get death throws? Or death saving throws?
Yes, but when you're done, your character's done.
Could a wish spell undo this?
No. It is
Could it-
why...
No, I'm asking you out of character.
Out of character.
I'm asking you if a wish spell could undo, because it says it will undo.
Mhm.
Well, it'll undo a single event.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead and make a check.
which
An Arcana. Alright.
that's a 17 on the die,
Woo!
plus my. Sorry, hang on. Skills. So that's going to be a 26.
26. There are few things that can ignore a wish spell. You think that could potentially do it.
Could do it.
One wish spell. A chain of them? Or someone who's willing to risk the negative consequences of asking for something too much, because that's potentially within a wish as well. You can safely make a wish within the binds of a wish, but you can unsafely make one, reckon the fury of the gods, but have the effect go off. So potentially yes, but it would be probably tough. You probably need like 3 in a row or 1 unrestricted.
See, I'm only capable of casting one. So.
Tempting as the drink is.
And he's gonna stop you there, and Arden's gonna grab it.
Are you sure about this,
Yep.
buddy?
Mm-hmm. We can do both.
We? What?
We?
I'll do this. We'll still help your brother.
Could we perhaps just help brother? Then you do not have to, I don't know, lose tether to soul.
It's an
and
either or thing. You don't. It's
it does not have to be and.
But what if there's more benefit that they can give us if we do this? This is bigger than us. This is bigger than me.
Of course it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than their god, bigger than this country, bigger than Burne.
But this
She
can-
does not, in
but
all of
this
her
can help.
agelessness, understand how big this
This
is.
can help.
For what? How can it help you?
No, this can help
How can
this
it help?
plane. Does not help me, but it helps this plane.
All it does is help us in the moment.
But in this moment, it's all we need.
That. Yes.
So,
So it's cards for you, not for.
I'm not gonna die right now.
No, but eventually, and then cannot bring you back.
Eventually, I will anyway. Whether Gazetteer catches up to me or something else.
That's your decision to make. I guess, Lagan, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? I don't know how much of that you caught, Tom. You dropped out for a bit.
Yeah, no, I've been fighting my goddamn audio. It's just crackling really hard. It's definitely on my end, not yours. So
Is that the
I've been
same-
kind of.
Is that the same headset that you wear when you play?
Well, no. Funny enough, it hasn't been a problem except for here. But no, right now it doesn't matter what I output
Okay.
it through. It's
Alright.
through everything. my speakers or anything else. So I keep fighting drivers, and I'm not having any luck. So I'm only like half able to hear what's going on. It's great.
Oh man.
Ouch.
What was the blue vial though? I missed that.
It was a vial of pure sepulpa, and the belief is that what we're being told is that if we consume it, we will be incapable of being resurrected. It's basically a token of our dedication to this cause.
Yes.
By agreeing to take it, you know.
So we can't be resurrected and spill the beans
You're
after
right.
the fact.
Yep.
All right.
Which is presented as an alternative to going to Delish, and he wants
This
to just do
insane
both.
guy wants
I
to
think
do
we
both.
should do both.
You can do both.
Okay, no,
You
I will do this. Well, I guess maybe that's the thing. Did she present the vial for one of us to do it, or for all of us?
You take the vial and you have the lich drink it.
The Lich is her brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me
I don't see the problem.
Insight. That is a 25.
25. She presented it for the group, but she's eyeballing you right now.
Okay.
There's something about that.
Okay.
Is it, with my devil eye, is it magical?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That thing glows deep blue.
What is the school of magic coming off of it?
School of magic going off of it is abjuration and necromancy.
That checks out.
To point out, a lot of us can't currently really be resurrected anyway.
Well, but we can. This current group can.
Yeah, it's your other characters who are fucked.
With that Hastur mark on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of us were on the ship from the beginning, just in the background, so it's still got the brands on us.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't either.
No, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you
You just sort of snuck on the ship,
Yeah,
both of you.
Yeah, you came after us. Yeah.
We're like, yeah, they're here. Whatever.
Granted, if we did take that, maybe that would prevent us from having our souls eaten by Hastur if we did die. But I'm still not gonna take it. No.
I don't think it would stop the souls from being eaten.
It's...
It would just make it a little more.
You just couldn't come back.
It would be like eating a raw oyster. Kind of greases itself on the way down.
So, yes, it'd be like, oh, yep, now you're mine, kind of thing, if it did happen. Like,
It'd be like.
yeah.
As opposed to having to chew.
It's disgusting.
Why would you describe it?
I love that we are going into this depth of
God.
Anyway. Description.
Yeah.
I definitely don't see the benefits in doing both.
I don't either.
If you have a wish, I'm sure there's plenty of people we've met who are happy to fulfill that for you.
I think. Okay, nope. Sorry, guys. You know me. This is outside of character. I've
we do.
I've pulled so many cards from the deck of many things. I'm just gonna do it because chaos is kind of fun, and I want to know what's gonna happen next. So he'll lift up his mask, down it.
So 1-2 punch.
You down it. It is.
How did it taste?
It is like swallowing lightning.
Ooh.
You are aware of every nerve ending you have in your body. It is not painful, but you are hyper aware of every inch of your body at one time. For a few moments, it feels like your eyes are everywhere. Your skin is your eyes. You feel everything. You hear through smell.
That's terrifying.
You know everything. You are everything.
Oh my god, smell quieter.
God, why are you smelling so loud?
Your veins inside your body have a slight bluish glow to them. Your eyes turn the most fluorescent blue you can imagine. They glow just a little bit. Very similar to her eyes, except not made of sapphires. Similar to Dune eyes.
Sure.
You almost fuck it. You have Dune eyes. You have those Dune blue eyes.
All right.
Your Constitution score is set to 20.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I hope it's not already 20. It's not. That's
There we
nice.
go. And your character, you have death saving throws, but now you can die. But your Constitution is 20, and I was going to say you're immune to disease, but you already are immune to disease. So
Okay.
side effects of drinking pure Sapopa.
You're so immune that diseases are you're like a disease to disease. Like, no.
She looks at you and she says,
Yes.
"Believer, you are a believer."
I mean, I'm a believer in certain causes.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Whoa, man. Spice must flow.
I'm going to say the DC is 20.
Perception?
Persuasion.
Oh, sorry, persuasion. Oof. Yeah, that's a natural 1 with a negative 1. So that's 0.
I can give him my bountiful luck and undo that. Let him
Oh,
reroll
yeah.
the one.
You got to re-roll.
Oh.
So
But with a -1, you're
I've still got a 15.
15.
Thank you, Dad.
15 with the bountiful luck. Okay. Okay.
Well, I can pass those out all day. Just let me know if you need one.
I believe you. Perhaps my brother can wait for another day. Fine. We can make this a joint effort. If you really wish for a shepherd's croak, I'm willing to help you get it. I like this plan. It's ballsy, and you're willing to die for it.
Yep, he is.
Meet me back in this room. Don't be followed by the guards. Later tonight. There are 2 allies you can ask for in town in Kusan. The blacksmith Theanstara Evanens.
What is it?
Oof, it's a name. I'm gonna put it in the ally section. It's on that monster health sheet in the rumors and allies.
So rumors and quests.
It's right next to BT under. It just says heist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because like Tony cannot, like I can pronounce the name, but spelling him out is gonna be some. It's gonna hurt. Okay, I'm just gonna put the names in there. Dio, okay. Finistara is a Nereid blacksmith. If there is anyone who has hate in his heart, as deep as the ocean, is Finistara. Tell him Kalen sends her regards and wishes peace upon his children, and that these strangers can help bring their spirits peace.
Wishes peace upon his children,
Yes.
and
That these strangers may bring his children peace. You'll know what that means.
okay.
He is also not free. and wishes to be. I'm sure he can help any of you.
Okay.
Invite him also up here tonight. Please make sure you are not followed by the Lord's guards.
I think we've already demonstrated we're very good at not being followed.
She picks up a stone. Whoever you're trying to follow, stop following them. And she puts the stone back in her pocket.
That's right, because you made like an image to like fool them.
Okay, I stopped it now. I stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear, oh shit, they disappeared!
It's like, where'd to go? Where'd to go?
From the stone.
They've just been standing T-pose in the market for so long.
The glowing spheres that her irises melt back into the milky white shade of her eyes.
Yeah, I don't know which one's less creepy.
Of course, there is one other who might be able to help you. An alchemist of the Toil and Tonics.
Hold on. Well, alchemist of the what?
Toil and Tonics.
Toil and tonics. Okay, sorry.
Toilet towels.
That's what I heard, and I couldn't unhear it.
A
So.
lot of laxatives.
Oh man.
A male of freak.
It's for flushing your system.
A male of freaks by the name of Hunter. He would also be willing to help. Tell him that Kathleen would like to speak to him tonight about his deceased wife. I'm going to put that name in there as well. In the Monster Health sheet, it's under Rumors and Allies.
I'm not seeing that. I see rumors and quests.
Oh, there's a... Yeah, it's over towards the beginning.
Over on. Oh, okay, over.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So then she has given us the name Kaylin, and now Kathleen.
Oh, right.
Raylan.
She's Kaylin.
Kaylin. No, sorry. Not Catholic. Kaylin. I keep pronouncing it wrong. So it's her, Kaylin sends, yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was like two names intentional or.
No,
That's why
that
I
wasn't. That's Tony's dyslexia.
Nope. All good. I'm just checking.
Yeah, you see here, we encountered pterodactyls that he called plesiosaurs for like a year straight.
That's still my favorite banner.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh dear.
So,
Anyway, I'm sure you have lots to talk about. I am going to go back to the bar because I am a bartender,
Yes, of course.
and a small scene has been made. Are you out to be kicked out?
We could appear to be kicked out.
Okay.
If that is easier, we
Wouldn't
will
it
go
be
a
the first
different
time?
way.
Yeah. Let me kick you out, but of course you can't look like you because you have to come back in. Spits in hands, starts doing this on her hands, and like a clayish material starts appearing. Who's first?
first for what now?
Okay, it's you. She grabs your face. As she does, like clay comes out of her hands and starts wrapping around your face. It starts molding around until your face looks different. The clay settles. Your nose looks longer. Your ears start becoming crooked, and you almost look hobgoblin. She walks over to your face.
Oh my gosh, no, do me next. 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 Please do me next.
She slaps her hand in its face. It starts, clay starts boiling over you until your head is that of a, you have the head of a bald man.
Yes!
And you just have like a horrid crooked nose.
Oh my God,
And
yes.
you know, like all of a sudden like, it goes over your face. It's like a mask, but then it's got like missing teeth. but if you open up your mouth too much, you can see your mouth, so there's a mouth inside the mouth. It's like the Ninja Turtles movie if they smile too much.
Oh God! Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
I'm so fun. She's so excited. She's like, oh my God, this is amazing. She's sitting in front of the mirror. She's like, I look amazing. You are genius. Love it.
Next. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of clay from you. Come here, pretty boy. Put your hands on your face.
Am I pretty?
Yeah, no. It just starts pouring over you until it goes down. And not only does it pour over you, it goes down your back. And you start getting a turtle shell, and you become a turtle.
A turtle.
A turtle with grayish skin.
Oh man, total head poking out. Oh man.
A little clay turtle tail pokes out in the back.
Oh.
Amazing.
We're turtly enough for the turtle.
Okay.
Turtle.
Oh man, did you have to make it a butt plug? Oh. Oh.
Keeps it secure in there.
Yes, a
For
legend.
authenticity.
And small gentleman, if you could come forward.
Hey,
She lays it on you, and it just kind of rolls over you, and you kind of have feathers that start popping out, clay feathers that start darkening and hardening, and you kind of almost look like a Kenku halfling. Okay.
Kenku babies.
All of this is going to fall off you in about an hour.
If it doesn't see a doctor immediately.
And with
That's
that,
longer than 4 hours.
I said get out of here! How dare you! You pay the rent or you get out! You ugly bald man!
Start walking out. Hobbling out.
How did you add to this performance of being thrown out?
So you can just leave your mask off and we just be hobgoblins.
I just
Couple of
Dashing
hobgoblins.
down the stairs.
You
and
probably
then
would have done yours and
perfect
it's got these sharp features and you almost look like a little less hobgoblin, maybe a little more orcish.
okay. All right.
Is that a orca?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So what do each of you do?
Oh, I'm gonna what can I do with my cantrips here? Because I have a lot I can do here. Shoot. I got Mage Hand. God, how many at-will spells do I have? Holy shit. I got Prestidigitation? Man. Okay. So I'm gonna make it look like we got roughed up. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to make us all look like messy.
Yeah.
Like we got thrown around, like we're covered in dust and whatnot.
Little blood splatter.
Yep,
little
yep.
blood might run down your nose and drip on the floor.
Yep.
Like some red liquid that looks like blood. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, yep.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me an Arcana for that one.
Why not?
What about you, Noah? What are you doing?
Walking funny down the stairs.
Okay. Roll me a acrobatics check, right, to kind of get the wobble right.
Sure. Acrobatics.
What about you, sir?
Question, Matt. What do you got on you?
Holy
Stuff.
shit.
What do you like? What are you looking for? Something specific?
No, just something.
I've
20.
got
Okay.
just something
Nice.
random.
Yeah.
Let me see. I have a wooden stake for some reason. I have a torch, a water skin, oil flask.
I steal the water skin. Sleight of hand.
Okay.
That's 29. Chase me. I got 20.
Yes.
You're running around. You guys water screen. You run over. You grab this lady's necklace. And I got your necklace. If you weren't being kicked out before, you're being definitely kicked out now.
Yeah, that's why I'd be like, yeah, Doug, you're chasing me down. It's like, get back here, you son of a bitch.
What do you get for your Arcana?
I like that.
21.
21. Okay. What about you?
I'm chasing after him that took my water flask.
Yeah, fucking roll me a athletics to make it look believable that you're chasing him, but haven't caught him yet. Even though you definitely probably could. as a
17.
monk. Yeah, monk. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. 17. And what about you? What does our halfling
a zero.
Kenku do?
I rolled a 17.
Fall down the stairs. When I get to the bottom, do a very poor imitation of his get out, yell back at him, then in perfect Kenku sign language, back out to him.
That sounds good. Roll me a performance check.
Perfect.
Right? That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the universal across all we're gonna see.
It means peace in the world.
A 19.
19. A very good mockery of like what it sounds like, and everyone is
Acrobatics?
sold on the
No,
performance.
athletics.
Oh, I thought.
Each of you are believably kicked out of the bar, and as you are, you just kind of find yourselves on the street, and it's not an uncommon sight outside this establishment. So,
Okay.
the scene is yours. I'm gonna go warm up my tea real quick, and you guys think about where you're gonna go next. Or great.
Warm up is tea.
Gotta come out somewhere.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's a T. T with T. Not. Yeah.
Oh, tea.
Yeah. So, I'm curious now, because I thought for sure she was going to mention Belanis as one of the two people we could trust, but she didn't.
Which one was it? Oh, that's
The first one, the fire one that we first talked to at the enchanter's shop.
And I guess one thing that this is kind of out of character, but also in character too, maybe a little bit. Do we know if there's any infighting between the different Titan followers?
Ooh.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think that we've ever heard of in game before.
Because maybe they like, nope, I don't like. I mean, but also if they all follow, if they're all part of Gullisy, maybe they're like, nope, we need balance restored. But also it could be like the Fey realms, where these two don't really like each other because they're right next to each other, or the seasons are right next to each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious if all the Jinn are in this town are supposed to be like bound to Maladek, and Alanis was being like, "Hey, I want to come with you guys to take care of this." Does that mean she's also a free Jinn, or is she not? And possibly,
She's not a Jinn, though.
yeah,
Is she also a Jinn?
yeah, she's like a Jinn
She's a-
type
she's a
thing.
fire.
Yeah,
Okay, alright.
at least pretty sure. I'll double check with Tony who comes down here, but I thought she was
Because
also,
her clothing was made of fire.
Yeah,
I
had
know
like
she was
pyramid
all the
fire.
fire, but
I'm pretty sure she's.
I have to double check here with Tony. Maybe it's something we can investigate.
So, what scene do we find ourselves in next?
Question regarding Alanis that we met last game. She was a Jinn also, right?
Yes.
she was. Okay.
So, would it be an insight to figure out, because when we approached her, she was like saying, like, I want to be the one who does the purification of the Titan. I come with you to use the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, figure out, does that mean she's not, like, bound by Murphy in the city? Or is she, like, putting on the front, perhaps? Being like, oh yeah, I'll help you steal the scepter. Yeah, totally. Here, walk into this room marked not a trap.
She seems sincere, but I feel like you don't have enough information currently, right, to make the call.
And this is something, maybe we know, maybe we don't.
But you did get the intention that she seemed like she would go.
The different Titans
Yes.
and the followers of those Titans, do they get along, or is there infighting between them just based off of the different element that they are?
Roll me a religion check. Because your religion is the Burnian one, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a religion check.
14.
14. You know that there's factions. You don't know if the factions do or don't get along, but you do know that there are distinct factions amongst the belief. But you do know that with a 14, you're very aware that the belief in these Titans has fallen into. It's not as popular as it used to be because their gods have fallen. Right? There's no real benefit to it. Clerics aren't drawing their power from Gullisy anymore. She's mad. And if they do, they're going to go mad too. It's almost one of those things where you don't worship the god because you don't want their blessings.
Okay.
Because they'll give you power, but it's almost more like a warlock bond. And it's to someone who's mad and driven evil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, looks like Hunter, the alchemist, is also a fire ifrit. So if we speak with him first, maybe we can ask him if he knows Alanis, if he knows like if she's on the level or not, possibly, and then we can figure out if that means that she's safe to burn into the whole rest of this or not.
Yeah. That sounds a good idea to me.
So we want to go there first, or do we want to hit up the blacksmith? Because we could, if they have weapon shit, that could also be handy to
I'd be
find.
okay going blacksmith.
What do you think, Tom? Guys, trying to involve you. I know you're remote.
No, I'm still mostly catching up on what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
So, yeah, we're got the two other Ifrit, Jin, Dio, Tony's calling them, to bring into this little meeting we're gonna have later tonight. One of them being a blacksmith, the other one being an alchemist, and the alchemist is also a fire Jin, like the one we met last game, so we can maybe find out from them if the first one we met is trustworthy enough to maybe bring into this whole thing too or not.
or at the very least, we were finding out why they don't trust them.
That too, yeah.
That's an Ifrit. That's a Jin. That's a Dio.
Oh, okay. So
Ronnie
just-
James Dio. Thank you for getting that.
That's a Dio.
You were expecting an Ifrit, but it was me, Dio!
That's funny.
The anime character literally named after Brian James. Oh.
It really is.
Yeah. Because, yeah, JoJo characters all have, like, music names,
I
yeah.
have to go real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have to go, but I'll be back.
I did not know that. I think I only watched like the first like 3 episodes, and I was like, "What the
Oh,
fuck is
you need
going
to keep
on?"
going. You
what?
need to keep going.
JoJo's Bizarre
This gets
Adventure.
progressively weirder.
It lives up to the name.
Okay.
He makes a friend named Speedwagon.
Does he like Oreos?
No, his first name is Ario.
Mm.
And he supports him and his family for generations.
Alright, we can go on.
Hopefully they don't meet up with the Night Ranger.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Oh, they can. So,
Okay.
you wanna
Go to the blacksmith.
blacksmith first?
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith, do a little
You guys
shopping.
have money for things?
Tony, last time you let us roll for monies and stuff, right? So
Yeah. Roll me 3d10.
3d10?
3d10.
Seven. 9. 1.
7, 9, and 1.
Yep.
Okay, you have 17,000 copper.
Ooh.
17. You're rich compared to the rest of us.
Oh wait, it was let me take that back. You have 1,700 copper. Sorry. 1,000.
Oh yeah, sorry. You said 17,000. 1,700 is absolutely what I interpreted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you said that.
1,700 copper, sorry. My brain went, wait a minute, no. Divide, not times. Divide, not times.
Just so you guys know, over the course of the adventures on the boat, Lagan has just been eating a lot. He's just been getting progressively fatter and fatter. He is straight up rotund at this point.
I love it.
How tall versus how wide?
About as much. He is a chunk, and he has a big bag of hit points now. That's all he's got. It's great.
Does he have his raptor still? Is that with us now, or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Azula is still around. She's waiting outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Azula.
Okay. So
It was not any boss, and I have some regrets, but whatever.
okay, so you guys are currently. So you guys go to there. Let me pulling up some information. Okay, cool. Information is pulled up and clicking on there, and you guys are going to, you said the blacksmiths.
Yes, to meet with Therastra.
Okay. The Astra. You, as you walk over to, let me describe the area. The blacksmith is a brick simple building with blue tiled roof and shiny hardwood floors. Several battled shields hang from the walls and contains large brass countertop, an unfinished set of armor on a stand near the forge. The armor on the stand itself is made of like this bluish metal that sheens with different blue colors as you're looking at it, with different bluish tints to it, and looks like it's tipped with some blue sapphires and other bluish colored jewels. The owner of the shop is an effeminate looking man, very smooth skin, though a blacksmith, slender arms, which seems odd considering the large hammer he wields in his hand, and the fact that it is made of one giant sapphire itself. The forge that he is forging things on appears to be made of water, and the forge itself is burning with a bluish fire with gem looking coals that lick with a flame that is a blue that gives off, it's not hot here, it is fucking cold. It is cold. The outside of the building is wicked with frost as there, and it almost steams. As you first you walk up to, you're like, oh, it's steaming because it's like this hot boiling place. Like, no, it's cold. It's cold, meeting hot. It's the other way in. The temperature drops about 60 degrees as you get inside the building, and the inside of, as you see that the counter is made of copper, the ceiling is made of copper. Like the entire inside is lined with copper, which makes it even colder. This is basically a fridge. Turns around, long bluish white hair, streaks with slender arms, and a very sharp, beautiful features. It almost looks like this guy plucks his eyebrows. The way that he looks, his eyes are made of a dark bluish water, with no apparent pupil. Right, this guy's made of the elements of water and cold and frost. As he speaks, there's frost coming out of his breath. Can I help you? Gentlemen, you've come to buy sin goods. My name is, I am Theristra Evans. Welcome to Therastra's Brace.
Yes.
Apologies for the chill. My armors can only be created in cold fire. They're meeting with the blacksmith. He is a water genasi. It is cold here. It is about 60 degrees colder where he is. The building is almost made like a fridge.
Okay.
It's an inverse forge.
Yeah, he just said he makes all the stuff with cold fire. He's got a sapphire hammer that he seems to be welding things with cold fire in. He's got long white-blue hair, very effeminate, sharp features, eyes made of water, breath made of frost. My name is Thestrayer Evans. This is Thestrayer's Press.
Okay, I got a hold of him. Yeah.
You are here to buy goods. You look like you are fat with coin. I am fat with.
Yes.
I am fat with goods. I am the only place you can buy Mesmian armor.
Mesmian, what's special about that?
Mesmian. It is cold forged steel brought in from the heart of the aquatic realms, woven with Ravnian and Aspin jewels. It gives strength when you have none, and endurance when you are running out. It is said that those wish not to be moved can be not. No more made of heartier stuff.
Does it have a leather lining, or is it cold to the touch like the rest of that stuff?
There is a warm cloth that is provided as a lining. The metal itself is cold, ice cold.
Interesting.
I also am an expert in frost-brand weapons.
What does that do? What is...
Frostbrand. Weapons of cold and ice. Blades forged of inside the heart of the coldest glaciers in the aquatic realms. There is found to be ice as hard as steel. This is made of that ice, an ice that does not melt. An ice that cuts.
That doesn't melt under any circumstances?
You would take an extreme fire to melt it.
Challenge accepted.
Could it be destroyed? Of course. A hot enough forge could melt it. Unless you're going against dragon fire,
Okay.
you will be fine.
Imagine that.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, be interesting to see everything you have here. We were sent here to, recommended here actually by Kaylin. She sends her regards and wishes peace to your children and said these strangers may bring your children to you.
Peace.
Peace.
Bring
Peace.
peace.
Sorry. Peace, yes.
Looks around. There's a half elf woman just kind of sitting by the corner. Looks like she's looking at a pair of like it looks like a decanter made of blue metal. A decanter that seems like it'll probably put whatever you in it cold, right? And he says, Elizabeth, the decanter is free. I have decided to free myself of it. It was not made well enough for my good needs, but you seem to have your eye on it. Please, take it and go. She picks up the decanter. She's like, I could give you 2 gold for it? You don't need your charity, Thrastria. He's like, no. We will speak on the price later. It'll be very lower than that. But take it. Go, please. I need to close up the shop early. It's getting too warm for my forge. And she takes the item, looks at all of you oddly, and turns around and starts walking out. Shut the door behind you. Yes, one of you shut the door.
Regretfully. Yeah, okay. So now I got a little cold here.
So much nicer than the rest of the city.
It's comfortable.
Granted, yes, it's just a shock. It takes a little getting used to.
Finally moist, man.
Please have a seat. As he moves his hand, chairs made of cold ice.
We're familiar with
rise up.
this.
Yes.
These familiar.
Same thing last game, but with fiery
These
stuff.
Genasi. I like them. I like them a lot.
He walks over to another decanter filled with a bluish liquid, and he sets it down on a on the
You get this one too.
the
okay?
copper table. Glasses. And as he kind of raises his hand, ice glasses begin to form in his hands, and he sets one down for each of you. The glass isn't very big; it's more like a brandy glass. Careful. I hear that it's potent. Speak your case. What are we meeting about?
We're meeting about a proposition that may greatly benefit all of you refugees of Burne and possibly even restore your fallen deities.
Fuck the gods. What of my children?
What of your freedom? That is something we were told you were very interested in seeing restored.
My freedom? Be nice. Freedom for my girls? More so.
Tell us about them.
They live in the palace of Kusam, in Lord Maladak's harem.
Did he say his name?
Oh, no, hey.
Oh, sorry!
Jesus Christ!
Shit, I would have to. I'm gonna roll it this.
Well, that discussion's over, if that's the case.
Yeah, no, he would know. He has 300 years here.
I thought that was in
Not
character.
Not only that, he has children there. Like,
I thought that's what you were reacting to, like,
In,
Wait, just saying his name like the Gazetteer thing?
it's
Yeah,
Vladimir, or Vladimir, Voldemort. It's Voldemort.
Careful! Putin will see you!
God damn it! The wrong V name.
yeah, he would call him the bastard. They are guests in the bastard's harem.
Oh, guests. That was your price? They made you pay?
He didn't make me pay that one. I rose up in rebellion. I was prisoner to be executed, and my children bartered for my freedom.
Oh, wait, you know, this would not do. Yeah. This not okay.
How long have your children been guests?
Not long. 200 years.
God.
Can't imagine your pain.
Now I know whose card we pull. God.
It is fortuitous that you come. Why is it that you come this week with promises? Who sent you? Caleb sent you.
Yes.
Yes, we...
To you. Yes.
She's trying again. We did this 200 years ago. It did not go well. I did not speak her name. It didn't work 200 years ago, and it cost me my girls. It cost me my girls, and it cost Hunter his wife.
That's the next one we're going to.
Many of us died trying to go back on the deal we made. Especially when we learned we couldn't leave. We were promised a short stay, but short stays to immortals. To a man that is older than the oldest Shin I know.
Yes, mold can persist for a while if you don't get rid of it all. We've heard from Kalen that many of you are bound as such to the city and its lord here.
I don't care if he kills me. That is not why I'm hesitant to join you. I would follow you in death if there was a chance.
Why are you hesitant then?
Just children.
But he would follow us if it freed his children. Why are you hesitant?
My grandson is going to be born in a week.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Again. Mm-hmm.
We're still another kid.
God damn it.
We were.
Not just a kid.
Not just a kid.
We came to this desert in search of the shepherd's crook specifically. But
I mean,
if to
That's what I mean.
facilitate that requires any additional favors, we'd be happy to fulfill. If, say, we could find where these totems that have been taken and binding you all here were stored and could squirrel those away from Moldy's grasp there.
Kaylin and her merry men would know. They have been obsessively looking for them for much time.
They are with us.
And they don't know where the totems are being held.
I assume they would know, as she told you.
Yes. She
Did you?
did.
Did
told
she?
us.
Oh yeah, in the
Lotus Temple.
in the Lotus Temple, the
Yep.
big castle in the city here.
Yep, that's what she told
Okay,
us.
yes.
With the Genasi bastards. The priests that followed. They're mad. We have madmen looking after our bounds to this world.
There's something. The Abjurat speaks truth that there is a very important piece of puzzle those who come before us on this quest overlooked. The Abjurat does not lie.
Outside of character. Wait a lance.
What?
Yeah.
That could kill anything. Correct?
One of the artifacts we got so long ago was a lance that guarantees you slay whatever foe you fight, but you also die in the process.
Smith's been holding on to that pretty religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has been?
Smooth.
Okay, I just want to know if we had that, because if we really have no other way, if we do need to kill Maladek, that would be an option.
Trying to steal
As long as-
suicide.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's get some plans for
It's
that.
an option, but that doesn't mean you need to
But does that mean the lance goes kaput once it gets used? Like, is it a one shank only lance? Like,
If it's for the user.
Well, yeah.
I can resurrect. I mean, as long as unless
You
it.
can't. That is one of
It's one of those
come
kind
back.
of, yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
You just give it to one peasant at a time as they slowly go down.
Well, see, my thought, because is it one-time use?
You guys weren't 100% sure.
Okay.
Like it'll work.
Okay.
You know it'll work. You don't know if it's one-time use or not.
Because thought, and granted, we don't need to do this, because if we were...
Yeah,
if it's only one,
spitballing, yeah.
but we give it to this guy. This guy has beef with Maladek. He doesn't care if he dies. If he dies taking down Maladek...
I'm guessing this is like a cycle.
Yes, this is outside
We
of
neither do
character.
you, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maldi.
Yeah, the outside of character. It maybe. I mean, Grapes, like I said, we don't have to do it, but it would be an option we have
That
on
would be
the
so
table.
fucking epic. Do you have any idea how fucking epic that would be? Just from a storytelling. I'm nerding out over that. That would be so fucking amazing. This guy, as a parent, I'm dying inside. This guy has kids that are under this dude's thumb. Give it to their fucking dad. Send him in there and let him fucking end this piece of shit. And it would probably save all these fucking people that are under.
So if we had a way to
Fucking
find
cool.
out if it's more than one use.
We point out it guarantees victory. Who's to say that's, a perma-kill?
No, Tony said that
That's
it would.
something
Well, so no, it's a permakill for the person they're
user.
fighting.
User, yeah.
Yeah, the user.
Or no, for the person they're fighting. Because, like, victory could be you just beat them, but you don't kill them.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there's no
I
guarantee.
think that was.
Or even if it
is
does
that what
kill them,
you're
it might not be
Yeah,
like a
that's what I'm
perma-kill.
saying.
I'm glad you're thinking about
It's
that.
permakill
Or
for
especially
the
something like a lich.
Or if it's like a,
Or it might kill them temporarily.
kill their form and then phylactery.
Dude, that would
whatever.
suck.
With, I'll give it to you. Like, you guys have Arcana, you guys have Talk to Look. So the mechanics of the item is the item itself does have a recharge period, right?
Okay.
But yes, it does kill the thing you're fighting. But you are true on the fact that I'll give it to you. I don't want to spoil that one. Is that if it's something like a lich, the lich will eventually come back. It guarantees that they will, whatever outcome you're going for in that battle, the rolls happen that way.
Okay.
It is a lance of victory at the cost of your soul. It doesn't destroy your tethers. The cost is your soul. Your soul is the fuel for the lance. That's why you can't come back. The soul is expected.
Do we know if Maladek has like a respawn point? Something that would bring him back? He's a god, right?
Yeah, he's been body surfing, like,
Yeah.
previously.
Do we know if he has to make some kind of a roll for that?
That part I'll give it to you guys don't know about. You do know that he has, because you would learn because of Thomas, is that he uses his own children as kind of like a respawn point, and he has gone through multiple children.
Yeah.
We need to sterilize him.
But
What?
I don't know if a wish is going to make that happen.
No, we sterilize him
But-
so that way he can't have more children and he can't respawn.
So we're gonna give Maladek with the second game.
out of character, your other characters do know what could kill him, but you don't. I don't think these characters do. Out of character, you do know that the way to kill him is to destroy his heart.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah.
Because that was where
Oh yeah, that's right.
where we
Yeah,
got Knight's Edge.
yeah, that's right. So,
Yeah. You guys have mentioned it in a
Boy,
bunch of
getting
games
back in
ago,
that
so-
is going to be a whole venture anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go warm up my
The
coffee.
one place we got in got destroyed afterwards.
that's right. Yeah, we did. He had
I'll be
a,
back. 1 minute.
he had a temple that we explored for a while. We did come across like encrusted in like a big crystal, like his heart beating. Which at the time we didn't know what it was and didn't mess with it.
In like another realm inside of a ziggurat.
Yeah.
Well, the problem, if I recall correctly, was that only necromancy could work in that area, but it
Yeah.
also something to do with him. Yeah, there was only necromancy could work in the area,
And it had a shield.
and it was like otherwise there was a shield. But
Yeah.
I don't know that there is a necromancy spell that could break it, like a force shield or something that was on it, basically.
Yeah. Because that was where all the gods of death were. That was where that
I
was.
mean,
Yeah.
Teds might have been able to do it, but we left, because that wasn't in the same room. And no, that was the same room. I don't think you tried with Knight's Edge, or you did, and that wasn't the answer to one of them.
Yeah, I don't think we tried. Because I
That's
didn't.
the room where Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or became stone. Yeah. God, so much shit. What is happening?
It's dark in there, guys.
It got dark. Yeah, for some reason.
Let me turn down my brightness.
Perfect.
Yeah. Did you do that, Tom? How did you do that when you turned down your brightness?
Okay.
Acting the Tony systems.
The lights just dimmed and then came back on for some reason.
Funny. All right. So, you guys have done with your side? Yep. He's just sitting here drinking a cold drink. So, I have some reservations. What guarantees does she have for the success, and what is her plan?
I think she wanted to meet with all of us tonight to discuss that plan. She invited you to come to the ogling acrobat.
Yes.
She invites me.
Shoot us.
So I have hospitality. Okay. It's been 80 years, so I'll meet with her.
You were not on good terms?
I held some resentments. It was her dumbass plan.
What was her plan?
Charge in there blindly by force and take it.
Scratch that
Yep.
plan off.
I was
That's what usually works for us, really.
That's what we start with, and we end up getting to the end.
Yes. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
What we didn't realize is Maladek has ways. Sorry, you want to say Maladek?
Yeah.
The bastard has ways of instantly teleporting his potent warriors. We were fighting an army before we knew it when the alarm was raised. I am good with a sword. I'm not that good.
What kind of army exactly is like undead death knights or big grappling orcs or like what would we possibly be facing?
Sometimes he summons dragons from the future, elementals bound deep within the earth, liches, leviathans, dragons made of crystal. He's got that giant Draco Lich. That thing's kind of a pain.
That's why you bought that box, you bastard. Because we saw that Leviathan flying outside the city too last
Yeah, we
game.
sure did.
Sometimes he'll purposely go out of his way to like raise your family and have them fight you.
Well, that's par for the course for me.
I mean, put it to your imagination. He's been alive a long time and he's found a lot of things. You would hope that he does not show up. But he wouldn't risk his own skin. The strong, he's a coward. He's a coward.
Well, hopefully we can put our heads together and think of a more successful plan. Doesn't draw quite as much attention, and perhaps we can sneak in and out before they even realize we've hit them. And
I heard that one.
if nothing else, come for a free drink.
I will come for the drink. If I am impressed by our plan or impressed by your words, perhaps I will end them here. Perhaps I will end now. If I'm not impressed, I kill the little one.
You point at him?
Yeah.
For me?
No, the halfling. He's-
well,
The halfling's not so little anymore.
at least I didn't drink the potion.
Oh. Okay. That's what she's used that for. I was wondering why one of her laughing men asked for the waters.
You're familiar with it. You made it.
I'm very familiar with it. His eyes light up. Takes a strong man and a strong will to give up forever for strength. Sapota flowers grow only in the aquatic realms.
Was this part of the plan back then?
I was willing to die so that he couldn't resurrect me like he has others, Xian. And turn me into some mindless elemental. I don't want that. I watched Yin Si Bin explode in fury, taking the entire middle of the city with him when his temple exploded in madness. The devastation. The screams. My hearing has never returned. At this point with your insight, you notice he's been darting his eyes left and right when any of you have been talking. And those with a insight of 16 or higher realize he's deaf. He's deaf as a doornail.
Oh.
So, I'll see you tonight.
Very well.
He motions with his hands, and the door opens.
Perchance we may peruse your fine goods for our future adventures, sir.
Feel free.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Can I try to use physician's touch to cure his deafness? Because it's one of the things when you use Hand of Healing on a creature, which he might not be a creature, I guess. You can also end one disease or one of the following conditions being affected or affecting the creature: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to make you roll a medicine check to try to do it.
Okay.
DC is going to be high. I'm going to say it's a 20
Okay.
on that one.
And I'm going to use a lucky. That is a 27.
27. As you turn around to walk out, you reach over with your hand and you grab his right wrist. Your fingers dance up his wrist, pressing different nerve points, and then you reach over and hit behind his ear. He flicks away from your hand very quickly. He's like, "You're quick." You're me.
Mom!
Huh?
That is absolutely what your voice sounds like.
I'll meet with you tonight. Good luck to you, martyr.
Thank you. I'm glad I could help.
I didn't go the rest of the day going, no, somebody.
That's what my fucking voice sounds like.
Everything's so noisy, jeez.
I've been talking out of tone this whole time.
Why doesn't anyone oil the door?
Is the refrigerator humming? Has it been humming this whole time? Guys.
Okay. So you guys...
Tony, how much are his armor or his weapons that he was talking about?
Mizmian? Let me take a look. The Mizmian armor at base is 10,396.
Jesus.
A frostband weapon at base is 2,024. He also sells mithril armor.
Yours for my one.
We have 11,000 copper. Or 2. But yeah.
It'd be probably handy to have a frostburn weapon if any fire elementals attack us or fiery enemies, which could very well be likely given what we know.
So you do see that the door does shut behind you for now, just for now.
Yeah.
You guys are out in the street. It is there's a couple kids that are having a snowball fight outside in the middle of a hot desert. So it's a snowball fight, and if you get a little too far away, it turns into almost like a water balloon fight. So
Slush fight!
so what are you guys doing?
Next, I guess, would be heading to the alchemists, the
Toil and
Toil and Tonics, to speak with Hunter and
Hunter.
get his. See if we can convince him to come on, and also maybe get a read from him about Alanis, if he knows if she's on the up and up and whatnot.
Okay.
Because we want to take a break. It's 9:30. Everyone needs to.
Do you guys want to take a quick 5-minute break, or are you guys good?
I'm good.
I'm fading.
Okay.
Do you need to take a break?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay.
Alright.
And okay,
That is great.
we are back. Okay, guys. So you head to the Toil and Tonics. The proprietor is Mr. Hunter Aratias. He is a male Afreet. I think I put his name in there. I've got the board up there now.
Hunter.
Yes.
It's located in the middle of the slums, the street outside adjacent to a small office. The small office appears to be some kind of like small money exchange bank. It's not quite a bank, but it's more like a money exchange, a merchant money exchange. It's a brick row house with a heather thatched roof that has many different colors of tile, which seems to be common here. And it has red vines covering the walls of the roof. These red vines appear to have some reddish leaves and give off a spectral flame to them. There is a large open floor with pillars on the inside, dozens of glowing bulbs hanging from the ceiling. And in the middle of this alchemist place is a pool of clear blue water that appears to be about a foot deep, with fish swimming on the inside with a few lily pads. There isn't a desk or anything that you would go up to. It seems like a big open commons once you come in, more of a very Roman style. There is a single Efreet relaxing by the water, dipping his toe in it and flicking it about. He has small breadcrumbs off to his right. He'll throw those out into the pool, and these little multicolored fish, very big, fat, thick fish, koi, will come in and bloop, grab some of the water, or grab some of the bread and kind of just go floating about. There's a single duck that's just kind of just hanging out in the pool.
Kill me. The rabbit.
The Efreet himself is just wearing a simple, not quite pants. They're like a skirt. He's wearing a simple skirt, white skirt, and he's red color, reddish horns, and two massive black bracers on either side that are highly decorated with red gems. Welcome to the Toil and Tonics. How can I provide you help? I'm an alchemist, an alchemical sorcerer. My name is Hunter. Atreus. You are exotic strangers?
Yes, just newly arrived and doing some shopping, and were recommended your shop from Kaylin at the Ogling Acrobats, who also mentioned that she wants to speak with you tonight about your deceased beloved. Let's just get to the point. No more of this pussyfooting around here.
Okay. He stands up, kind of brushes off his side, reaches out with his hand. A scimitar made of fire appears in his right hand. All right, which one of you is coming at me first?
We're not here to fight. We are here to try to help.
Sai's literally like eating something, and she's like, "What?"
We've met with, what was that gentleman's name?
Thrustra.
The Thrustra earlier today, and he has agreed to also meet with Kaylin. Sorry, names are hard.
When the scimitars.
The Austrian wishes to meet with Kaylin. I don't believe you.
We convinced him in good faith to meet with Kaylin.
"Oh, Neil, you're the man.
When and where?
You're the man, Neil." And
At
the what?
the Ogling Acrobat at 8 o'clock, 8:30.
They didn't specify
Just
a
tonight.
time. That's
Do I have hospitality?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
She has invited you to come and talk.
What do you think? He looks at the duck. The duck kind of looks back at him.
It's a duck.
There's a
Looks
duck in the
at
pond.
looks at each of you. Make me intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I'm the best one for this.
It just quacks. You're like, nah.
It's like this chipmunk being dum dum dum.
19.
19, you succeed. The duck looks at you and it quacks. As it does, your vision distorts. The room starts to spin and turns upside down. You shake your head and your vision comes right back. You feel like you've stopped something from going inside.
I am going to wake up every vision I have. I will see everything in this room. I will see every ounce of magic that he has. I will see every ounce of invisibility that he has. And what was once a milky white sheen of my eyes is now two burning infernos in the center of my face. And I will look from that duck, and I will look from him, and I will issue you one warning. Interfere with me again, and we will not be so kind with the rest of this conversation. We're here to help you, not to hurt you.
As you turn on your vision, his body changes.
Okay.
He has a fiery aura. You see him more in his Djinnis form. You see a red tether shooting off into the distance, away from him.
Where is that going? Like what?
Ooh.
Like where is it going? Like
That is going off to the east.
east. Okay.
The east. The duck you're looking at is not a duck. Not a duck.
So if it quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck.
It looks like, as you see lounging in the pool, is a gyrosphinx.
What's that?
Oh, that is it looks like a sphinx, but it's the male version.
Oh, okay.
Male version of a sphinx.
Okay.
Just kind of except it's reddish tint to its fur, and it has, instead of like it has a burning lion's mane made of fire.
Cool. Keep that to yourself. She says it to the duck.
Does she have a problem with ducks?
The duck kind of quacks a little bit, just quack quack, and like its feet waddle, and just starts like swimming in the water away, back towards him.
The wake is like much larger than
There's no need for hostilities here.
That duck must do CrossFit.
We've come to the city to procure something, and our interests happen to align with your former comrades, and we proposed an accord to work together for all of our benefits. We understand that most of the jinn in this city, Burnians, are here not of their own accord, and some have even been taken away into the moldy bastards' keep. Take my meaning.
I like that.
All right. Fine. But know this: you have my paladin's oath. If there is betrayal, you will feel my wrath.
If there's betrayal, it won't be on our behalf. You have my word of that.
And I take your word and payment.
Sure.
It is broken.
Just
Well then,
I'll be dead yet.
I will see you tonight.
yes.
Myself and Malik will be coming.
A friend of yours?
Assume the duck.
Yes, the duck.
Very well. Is there
Emotional support animal.
It's not a duck.
right? Is there
Is it
anyone else you could think we could approach to possibly help in such an endeavor? Any other Jinn, Ifrit?
Or any that we should avoid?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you all in bondage to Moldy Bastard, or are there any that are not so trustworthy that would perhaps sell anyone out if we were to approach them?
Several. I will keep loose lips tight. Who have you told?
This is under the Thestra.
We've only spoken to Threstra and Alanis about this particular plan. We did speak to another Ifrit earlier who seemed amenable to helping us with part of our escapades. The Enchanter Alanis, are you familiar with them?
I remember the priestess. We were both there. when the Dawn Titan became impure. When the fires crackled with impurities. Fine. I will see you then tonight. Get out.
Insight, get a better reading, like, is that someone he might trust or not trust?
Yeah, roll me an insight. Roll me an insight on that one, that's fine.
It is, not great. It's, I think I have lucky, actually. It's part of this character. Let me double check.
Is it a proficient skill?
Insights, yes, I do have
And
proficiency.
you can't roll lower than a 10.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
then that's, I'll do a lucky anyway, just see if I can get a much better one.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that's 24.
24. All right, it was DC was 20. Disdain and shame are two things you get off when you mention her name. Disdain and shame. I'll see you all there.
Good day to you, sir. See you tonight.
What's good about it?
Hopefully, many things. We hope to impress you tonight.
I was impressed once, 200 years ago. And he physically just turns his back to you and is like looking at the far wall. There's a mural of a beautiful land, verdant and green, with a bright golden sun that burns with a fire. A beautiful dancing wind across a mural on the far right. And at the very top of a mountain, you see a beautiful temple. One that none of you have seen before, because all of you didn't go to that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Where do we find our characters?
Is the mural magic at all?
Yes, there is preservation magic. It was painted with some magical inks. It looks like it hasn't worn away at all.
Nice. Okay.
As you look at it, it's beautiful. Cool. I don't know if your character would recognize Burne.
She's from Burne.
Oh, wait, your character's Burne?
She's Burnian. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, then you recognize it. That is the Temple of the Elements. That sits atop a hill along the ocean side.
Mm.
That was the central, holy place where the god Gulasi rested, and the 4 elemental shrines were inside the mountain.
Now called the Temple of Elemental Evil, which we barely escaped from once before.
Oh dear.
There's no one's fault here at the table, certainly.
Right.
Right.
Was that my fault?
Sure it was. Let's go with that.
I don't remember what's been my fault.
It's always been a
Subtitle for this
shitty-
campaign. I don't remember what's my fault.
Is this one my bad? Was this a my bad? No. All right.
I'm just gonna assume it is and blame you anyway.
So, what scene do we find ourselves in next?
We're gonna have to get back without being seen, which we can do with invisibility.
And, what time of the day would it be by now?
You guys have spent a couple hours. I would say it is getting to be mid-afternoon. Because you guys have been having to go to different sides of the city. Because this place is currently in the slums near the Warrens. And it's a beautiful place, but in the slums. So you guys went from the Artisans District to the Smiths District on the other side, then to from the Iron Square. So Iron Square, Smiths District, Artisans District, Iron Square, Smiths District, the Warrens. You guys have literally just done this all over the middle of the city.
We're tourists. We don't know the most efficient routes
We're
here.
just walking pentagrams. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing suspicious about that.
And none of the roads here are straight. They're all like twisted, turning, like the houses are built into each other. This is like a cul-de-sac nightmare. Okay.
I guess.
Where would you want to set your next scene?
I'm gonna look around anymore. Let's jump ahead to the meeting.
You guys got a couple hours. You can try to find things out about the city, or
And it is 10 o'clock now, so I'm gonna do something shorter or.
Right. They don't really have anything in mind.
okay. No, if you have nothing in mind, we can fast forward to the next scene. I have no issue with that.
Okay, yeah.
Fast forward to the next scene. Okay. You find yourselves late at night. The tavern, the ogling acrobat, has closed early for the night. Though night does not come very early, it is still bright outside. It closes for repairs. There's word outside that there was a bar fight that was initiated by the proprietor of the establishment, and that two people were sent to the artisan's quarter on her dime, and the guards had kind of boarded up the place for the night. They kind of like, she had broke some kind of pact, and now she has to close up early for the night. As your characters stealthily, through the use of invisibility and your stealth before, you are able to, through illusion, be able to get yourselves to the back of the establishment, where you find that the back door is left open. There's an illusion of it being closed. Outside there is a drow woman who has familiar tattoos that she keeps covered, that's hanging out by the back. As you are getting close, she says, "Peekaboo, I found you."
For once today.
Kaelin is impressed with you. Perhaps we'll all be impressed. I trust her, so I'll trust you. Regardless, good marks. Good marks. Please, enter. I'm going to be outside, keeping an eye out. Silvio sends his regards.
Poor guy. That was the guy who freaked. You scared the shit out of him.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Right, that guy? Okay.
Yeah.
You trust he'll be more cooperative going forward.
You guys arrive early on the inside. All the windows are shut. Not only are they shut, they've been they have been closed. Like the windows were never there. They appear on the outside, but they have been, like, clay has been put over them, and so that they do not give any sound. It is stuffy in here, though, without the wind and without much air flowing through the place. Kaelin is sitting by the end of the bar. There's a very light candle. It's a very dim in this room. It's odd seeing all the empty tables. Just nothing but empty tables. There are 3 other gentlemen that are in here currently. Silvio and 2 others. The names you got off on them were when you look up their names.
Marco and Vito.
No. It is
Sonny and Fredo.
Sonny and Cher.
Fennec Millerson and Dirianar. I'm just gonna put these names in there. I'm gonna put them in the Excel sheet. Dirinor is the other guy.
Dirinor.
Dirinor, thank you. So I need to find a document. Ah, there we go. Boom. And I'm going to put that one in there as well. And I'm just going to call these merry men. There we go, as their description. So you guys can help keep that a little aligned. They're sitting there. They're not too heavy in drink, but it looks like they have about half a pitcher down already. Kaylin's sitting there. She just appears to be molding little statuettes as you're arriving, and she kind of just takes one half done and kind of puts it off to the side. There's like 4 or 5 others that looks like she's done, like little clay statuettes. Welcome. You've arrived early. Do not worry. The rest of them, I'm sure, will be here. You told them what I told you. Did any of them say they were not coming?
Took some convincing, but both Hunter and Virastra should be here tonight. They seem less than enthused about coming, though.
Okay, good. We need to convince them that we have a plan. I'm going to lay out what I know so far. What I know so far is that what we are looking for is in the Temple of the Restful Lily. The Temple of the Restful Lily is located in the Gardens section of Kusan. The Temple of the Restful Lily has a vault. In that vault is where every Jinn in Kusan, all of their totems are. They keep it in one centralized place. It is guarded by 3 mad Burnian monks. The Temple of the Restful Lily is a refuge for the remainder of the Burnian monk fortress of Wai Chi Bin. The elemental monks have gathered themselves there, and they have set up a monastery. In return for their monastery and their ability to practice, they have they must guard the totems. That is their part. We gave the totems so that we had refuge, and our children and those and our grandchildren, those that followed us, had refuge. And the monks, their duty, if they wanted to keep their monastery and their ways in peace, was that they had to guard the totems and keep the peace and be called upon if he needed them. They are led by 3 clerics who still pray to the elder gods. They're not quite right in the mind, but power has been centralized in them with the lack of faith of others. The monks are good people, but deadly combatants, masters of the elements. They are perceptive, they are insightful, they are athletic, they are martial. They worship the old ways. The mad clerics worship the gods as if they had never gone mad. There are 3 clerics, not 5, so you need not worry about the full circle of clerics. But there are 3 of them, 3 of the old masters. There is the steel crane. He represents the god. Give me a second. The god Elder Tempest, god of wind and lightning, pleasure and freedom. There is the Lotus Monk. The Lotus Monk is, of course, of Ogremock. He is called the Iron Shirt. He is prides himself on being invincible.
Iron what?
The Iron Shirt. Shirt, like you.
Shirt.
You wear it.
In charge.
Literally.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik.
Rest in peace.
There's a Jade Tigress. She represents Mandragora, the Dawn Titan. And there's, of course, Bak Me. He represents Gulasi. And he is the former sub-bishop of the Temple of Elementals. He was not the head bishop, but he was a sub-bishop. So he is not without power. He may have lost most of his power due to their fall, but he is an old soul. He is also Jinn. He's an air Jinn. A genie. They are the four principles that you should be worried about. Of course, there are 40 monks on premises. Last time I tried to go in by force. I thought I could just fight the monks, take back the totems, and lick our wounds. What blood we spilt would be forgiven. For the freedom we would retain, and we were going to, of course, flee to the democratic free states of Tortistra because they were just forming. We thought we had freedom there, where we didn't have freedom before. The gnomes wouldn't take us in, but being with the democratic free states, they would have to take us in. And one more gone, but that was the previous plan. It was 200 years ago, and what assurances I had then are gone. So, you say that you can purify them. If this is true, then we have a chance of going home. That's good. Not all of our kind would be with us. They've been here 300 years. Some of them have settled in. Others are used to their enslavement. Some have given up hope. We're taking on too much debt.
Do we want to ask about the one that we talked to before? Was her name Elistra?
Alanis, yeah.
Alana, sorry.
Yeah. We have a plan to abscond with the shepherd's crook that has the power to do this. And we spoke with another Jim, the enchanter in town, Alanis. We did not speak of any wider plans with her, but she seemed amenable to helping us pull off a switcheroo to get the true shepherd's crook.
She's fine, but she's being watched. Her descent is known. She doesn't make soft of her disdain of the Lord. He has spies that watch her. They weren't watching you when you left, so they may not suspect. They do watch her. You have to be careful. It's not that she's not faithful. I didn't have you approach her because she's being watched.
We spoke with her before we spoke with you.
That's fine. She is a compromise. She doesn't know anything. I don't know if her dreams are being watched.
We'll be careful what we speak around her.
Okay.
Her dreams are being watched.
I do not know if her dreams are being watched.
By who?
Oh, by he of the starry eyes.
The moldy bastard.
No, a creature from the astral. It haunts and lives in dreams.
Have I heard of this thing? Like,
Let me see.
actually, better question. Has Mauvais heard of these things?
Mauvais would have heard of that one. The He of Starry Eyes is a Freddy Krueger-like character.
Great.
Lives in nightmares, feeds off disdain and horror.
Okay.
It's a predatory creature. It is known to be like a panther made of darkness and stars that hunts people in their dreams, feeding off their memories.
Okay. Okay.
One clawed glove.
I gotta remember, this is not that character. Yeah, this is not that character.
Not that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Okay. It lives in Kasan. Those that die in their sleep are said to have been hunted by He of Starry Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a comforting thought.
Something like that. Anyway, okay. Well, that's not going to be a problem right now. Obviously, we may have to think of something. She is a cleric of some power. She should be fine, but she can't be a part of this plan. Not until she's free. Well, we're free. She's free. Another reason why she is being watched. She has her peace.
She has her soda?
She was a cleric of some power. She was able to leave and come back. She wasn't forced to like we were. She came in second wave, and she was able to retain it. Someone else sacrificed on her part.
She did mention that as part of the celebrations going on for the birth of Moldy Bastard's newest
This
child,
thing freaks me out.
that
Sometimes.
anyone who wins the games being held as a celebration would be granted audience in the same chamber that the child would be birthed. Do you know if that chamber would happen to be the same temple of the Restful Lily, perhaps?
I could find out.
Because if so, then we could enter into that, earn a ticket in there to sneak in and abscond with both the Shepherd's Crook and plunder the vault, perhaps.
Let me see. I'll find out in a few. She closes her eyes for a minute. She opens them back. Yes. Yes, it is. Since the child is elemental in nature, it has to be blessed by the goddess Gulasi and by Bakmi himself as a part of the birthing process. So the birthing will occur there. She will arrive the day before the birthing, and she will be on the premises the day before. And that will be the 4th day of the games.
And we've since learned that the mother giving birth is apparently Therestra's daughter. Yes, one of his daughters.
Yes, there's a reason I sent you to him. I was going to speak of that with him tonight, but have you already breached that with him?
We've brought up our interest in helping him free his daughters from there.
So, your plan is to... What do you think your plan is? I can help you in whatever plan you have. I can bind you in. I could tell them you just have a plan. and then you could figure it out. We can figure it out and have a better plan.
Originally, our plan was to exchange. We originally only came for Shepherd's Crook to take it and purify the Titans. That was our plan. Our plan has immediately gotten much larger than initially
Yes.
intended.
Mission our commanders gave us just go to the Blade Desert, get a scepter, have a few laughs.
If you were able to get our totems, I could provide a distraction because we wouldn't be able to fight knowing that we were going to be bound and sent back. And myself and the other two, we can provide a mighty distraction in town. I can keep the dragon busy for a few minutes.
Dragon, you say?
The Dracolich, right? Yes?
Yes. More than likely that it will be summoned again. I'm
Yes.
ready for it this time.
And we've seen the Leviathan.
Yes. But if each of us raises hell throughout town in multiple places, each of us is mighty in our own. If you have our totem, we will be able to leave the city.
More than that, we're going to need them. If this plan that we put together is going to involve essentially severing their ties to the city and giving them freedom to leave, I mean, if we're successful and we're able to purge this corruption from the Titans, we could give them Burne back. They could go home. We could go home.
All of us could go home. All of the Jin. There are 30 captured Jin bound in this city.
Excellent goal to strive for eventually. First things first, we need to get into the temple so we can get into the vault so that we can secure the totems, for which you can make a distraction so we can make off with the scepter.
Well, and if they'd be able to do more than just make a distraction. They could leave.
I think we'd like to have the distraction. I don't want to take on a dragon and a leviathan and whatnot.
I absolutely do not disagree with you. But they could do more than just offer distraction. They could fight with us. It's more than that.
Yes.
How many totems are we talking about?
Was it 30?
40.
40.
40 totems. 40 Jin.
How big are these? Are we talking like? Are we talking like?
Depends upon the Jin. The stronger the Jin, the bigger the totem.
Okay.
Some are as small as a bread box. Some are as big as a statue.
Oh God.
So we may need some way to effectively transport many large objects.
That would be a hurdle. We would have to have a way to transport large items far distances. Those things are hard to come across. I mean, I know a few places where you can get them, but most of those are a robbery, unless you have a lot of coin.
Tell Lobays to go back to the ship.
That is literally what I'm sitting here thinking. Like, can I just phone my vase and like have her go get the ship? Like, this is becoming very quickly something that our main characters might potentially need to be like involved, not here, but like, like.
I could potentially make if the Jin is willing to help, the Afrit is willing to help me. We could potentially make a portable domain, one that you could put things in. It's possible to make, but it's hard to make. You would have to convince him to allow us to make another totem.
Oh God, we're talking about Hunter.
Yes.
Oh God.
What would be the problem with him making another totem?
A totem can only be made when a Jinn is bound. Jinns can only be bound when they are bound to service, bound by marriage.
No. No. Don't look at. Don't.
So, obviously, I don't think any of you are willing to wear a ring. Neither am I. But we would have to convince him to bind him to service, which would make him the slave to any that holds his totem. And he would have 2 totems.
How long does the marriage have to last? Because I'm not interested in making slave of anyone. Period.
I mean, a marriage to an Ifrit is a permanent event.
Also, he has a wife, so
She's passed.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's going to be the other thing you have to convince him. I have it already, and it's his wife's old totem.
Oh,
Really hard to make. If you can sell that cookie, we can make something that can hold all of the totems.
right.
Oh god.
Don't worry, he's going to be here in a couple hours. So, so we have a way that you could possibly hold it all without having to spend a fortune. We could convince him to bind himself to service. He's a paladin, but he's very testy.
I can't. I'm telling you, I can't.
But
You're not in good faith.
he may be willing to
No.
just to get through this.
I've been a slave.
Well, he wouldn't be
You're talking about
We
he's
wouldn't-
bound in service.
He
I
would.
can't.
We wouldn't force him to do anything he wouldn't want to. I mean, well, I guess some of us are not terrible people or individuals. It may be something worth talking to him about. It may not seem like a great idea, but if he goes with it.
The other one you could ask is, of course, oh shit, looking at names. Thiestra. He'd do it, but I need his sword arm.
Just, like, removed from him, his arm?
No, I need him to fight. He's a really good fighter.
Oh, you don't need his actual arm. Okay, alright.
Okay. Need to...
A little literal on that one in my mind, too.
Yes. It's hard to tell what's
We know
metaphorical and literal
We
with all
already
this
know that he
magic.
will fight. If there's a chance, we already know that he would fight. He's already told us as much.
Whichever one that we do bind is going to be diminished in power. While he has his totem. We're essentially asking Ajin to give up his power. So that he can be a back.
Maybe he wouldn't mind that. Make
only-
it more challenging, more worthwhile to fight for.
The other option you have is you could steal a totem. Which brings us back to our original discussion.
Right?
Phylactery.
Oh. Your brother.
Yes. If you steal it, you steal his power and you steal his service. The Lich would be bound to you. And you could use his bottle as a container for other things.
Is your brother a threat to us or to anyone that you care
Good lord.
My brother is a threat to everyone that I care about.
Is he loyal to the Lord?
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Yes. My brother was fooled. And a Sapopa addict.
Ugh. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Okay.
Another reason he became a Dire Lich. Fear of dying forever.
Indeed.
So, we know that from today, 4 more days' time, the child will be born. The day before that, the woman and the shepherd's crook will be in the Temple of the Lotus, in the garden district. Before then, the crook will be in Ruminants. Before that, many days before that. So tomorrow and the next day it'll be in Ruminants. At the end of the next day, it will be in transport, right, along the roads to Kusan, in which it will arrive in Kusan and be transported directly to the Temple of the Lotus.
That was discussion we had before, intercepting on the road to change crook with replacement.
You would
That was discussion we had.
it would save you having to steal the crook and the totems at the same time.
But the moment ceremony happens, will they not be aware? They have fake.
They will probably find out the moment of the ceremony that they tried to use it in the ceremony. You can do a lot of things, but you cannot fake a miracle. I mean, it would take powerful magic to fake a miracle.
Would it?
I mean, it would take Jin level magic to fake a ceremony, and I am not the high Jin. You would have to have the power of wish to do that.
I have the power of wish.
You have the power of the wish.
I do.
It's the power of a high Jin.
I do.
At this point, she's like looking you up and down. Shadowbound. How?
How what?
You're not pure-blooded. How do you have this power?
How do you know what blooded I am?
I could smell the smoke off you.
Perhaps. Very presumptuous of you to know under what moon I was born and of what life I've lived. I possess power of wish. It is my magnum opus.
All right, I believe you. I'm impressed. You broke into my house. You bested my merry men. Okay, you bested the worst of them, but still impressive.
Yeah.
Offense meant, as he looks at Surya. Surya just starts drinking like. The other two laugh at it. All right, so potentially that may be an option. You might be able to fake the ceremony. Perhaps not give the gist away. Possible. More possibilities. So you think maybe you steal the crook beforehand, before it even gets there. Okay.
Possible. That would certainly be an easier option.
It'd be an easier option. I might be able to get more Jin to us if they knew we had the crook. Currently, I only trust these ones because we don't have the symbol of faith. But if we have the crook, I mean, it would be. They would believe us because we will have something of power, something of his. Okay, how are you going to get in the room? Stealing the crook, probably not that bad. You just have to best an archangel.
I mean, we're going to get into the room by...
Best an
Wait.
Hello? Best an archangel?
Oh yes, the archpriest, Zephyr, the penitent. It's an archangel.
Okay.
That's the new head priest of Burne. He decided humans were worthless, so he had all the priests executed, and he replaced them with an angelic chorus. There was a fallen angel that owed him, a fallen archangel that owed him a favor.
It's a human. I'm very offended.
About this birthing ceremony, and I only ask because Jin stuff I'm not knowledgeable on.
Comes out of the vagina.
So it's like most other races. It's just there's no like it's magical, like metaphorical, but it's a literal. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make that clear. In case this.
I think to get into the room, we were going to take part in the games.
Yes, if we win the games, then we gain entry into the temple. Yes.
You have the power of a wish. Maybe you can win. So the games are unique. You choose your opponent. The person who bests the strongest opponent wins the games. You have to impress the crowd, and you have to impress Lord Maladek with your combat prowess. Oh, sorry. She would not say that. Tony's an idiot, though. Thank God Tony's not in on this hype. So we all would be fucked.
Yeah, we're all idiots too. Thankfully, we're not taking part either.
You have to also impress the Lord. He is hardly impressed. You have to challenge a creature.
Is this a group challenge or is this single combat?
Could be any. But it has to be impressive. It's going to be a group of you. It needs to be impressive. If it's just one of you, it also needs to be impressive, but maybe less of an impressive creature. Who you would challenge, I don't know. There are a lot of creatures. Lord Maladek, the Lord guarantees resurrection. So, many creatures come as a part of the challenge, are summoned, and they are paid if they win. If they don't win, they are paid, and they are set free. Powerful beings are sometimes summoned. Creatures of old, and apparently creatures throughout time can be summoned. These are the games. So, what you fight has to be more impressive than anything anyone else summons. That is why normally the most impressive things are on the final day of the games. Because everyone else already knows what they have to beat.
Fair point, yes. Otherwise, if you don't open with the strongest, then someone else can easily summon something bigger and steal your thunder.
Or you have to fight something that no one would ever fight and then win.
Let's resummon the Tarask. Take it down a second time.
Let's summon.
Yes. Maladek from when we first encountered him. Not that this is meant to mean anything at all, my lord.
Okay. So we could still do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
So enough about Fred's like, I don't know what we're barking at!
Scramble, scramble! So, that is an option. What are your other plans?
Sneak in. If that doesn't work out, or try to sneak in.
The danger along the road is going to be fighting the Archangel.
Yeah.
The Archangel is going with the crew that is transporting the Crook on the third day. What if on the third day
We summon it.
you challenge the Archangel. Then the caravan would be without the Archangel.
Ooh.
But then who would rob the caravan? Not all of you would be able to go. Half of you would have to go to the caravan, and half of you would have to fight the Archangel.
Or only one fights the Archangel. Would be a quick fight. But that individual will be resurrected.
The creature you're fighting is resurrected. Yourself is not guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the resurrection is for whoever is summoned. That is that is why they do not fear coming.
So whoever it is that does the fight could be resurrected by our comrades.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, you've clerics on your side.
She's not a cleric.
Necromancer. Okay.
Druid.
I can
She's
resurrect as well.
Oh,
Ah, you can as well. Wonderful. Then there are options. You cannot fight.
That's okay.
You should phone the captain and ask for permission to borrow more of the crew.
I mean,
for whatever reason, your characters feel confident you are going to try to do this.
Of course they are. Yeah.
well,
Yes.
the crew can't. I was gonna say our
Oh, yeah,
Our
your
main
primaries
characters can't.
cannot. Like, they,
Mauvaise would be the only one who could set foot in this
Yeah.
city at this point, and she's not a combatant. She's not a combatant at all.
Right.
So,
She could be. We can train you up.
yeah.
let's get down to
You know
business.
how often we beat the shit out of each other to get stronger? Come on, we can totally get in shape.
Right?
Yeah.
Just increase the gravity and
Oh yeah. Put her in the hyperbolic time chamber, and I'll just completely respec Mauvaise and go moon druid, circle of the moon. Jeez.
Yeah.
So, that's a plan. That'd be something to do on the third day. But who would fight the Archangel?
The better question: who could pull off the switch? That is the better question.
It's got to be somebody sneaky. It's got to be somebody fast. I mean, it would take a...
I want to steal a clay statue without her noticing.
Sure. Roll me stealth and a sleight of hand.
Stealth, I have advantage, thank God. I'm gonna use a lucky, holy shit.
If that's a 1, his character can have you reroll it.
Oh, thank God, yes. Thank you, Tom. Lagging, rather. Holy crap.
And now you can use...
Now I'm using the goddamn lucky.
a 3, a 1, and a 3. Another 3. Holy
I
crap!
cannot...
That's-
No, fuck this. I am burning my last lucky.
That's some
this
crazy.
fucking...
There.
Okay. Stealth is 16.
Okay.
Sleight of hand, even if I roll shitty, should be good.
Well, stealth isn't your stealth. Don't you have the?
He doesn't
Train-
have that trained.
Oh, you don't have stealth trained. Okay.
Nope. And sleight of hand is 35.
35. Okay. So with the 16 and the 35, you can easily just steal the clay statue. Not even challenging. I don't think anyone else at the table notices it.
Yeah. And I'll just casually be like, no, some of us are very deft with our hands.
Interesting.
Some of us are very good with illusions, and I will fill the table with the same clay statues.
So you two steal the crook from the caravan. And you three, fight an archangel. A fallen archangel.
They will.
They will. And you won't. Okay.
Smart thinking. Getting us out of the fight.
So those two fight the archangel, and you three steal the crook?
I will be in attendance as support for them.
In case one of them dies,
Yes.
you'll just be on the sidelines ready to resurrect one of them.
Correct.
At the very least, the goal would be to either beat the archangel, or at the very least, if they die, try to keep him busy long enough.
Yes.
You would have to, every round, they keep him busy. Because it's not just trying to either beat him, it's keeping him busy. Every round that he's gone is a round they have a chance to steal it. While the archangel's eyes are on the crook, it is unstealable. But if his eyes are distracted, you have a chance, and you come back, and you're saying you have a crook you can put in its place. One that is... I know the cleric. She knows the crook well. She has held it in her hands for many years.
She's assured that she can create a worthy alternative. And
Oh, that's where that went. Okay.
unicorn horn?
What?
Nothing of note. It's some news I heard earlier today. I thought it was odd.
The unicorn horn went missing?
The 3 unicorns went missing out of the pens up north.
Well, now you know what's happened there.
Okay. It's going to be made of unicorn horn, Bo. It makes sense.
Authenticity. So, whoever does the fight, throw the fight. Summon the Archangel and then just run around the arena. Just to keep him occupied for as long as possible. What were we thinking?
God.
So that will get the crook, and if you happen to win, that gets 2 people in the room.
Yeah.
In the Lotus.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 people openly in, perhaps could invisibly disguise some of us to tag along, or...
The trouble with that is how easy it is to perceive invisibility. If a mortal as myself is incapable with these eyes to see through invisibility, tell me the Lord could not.
Yeah. You two seem like you're capable sneak thieves, so if you think that you might be able to sneak in, that'd be fine. Do you think you could sneak in, or do you have to fight to try to?
I may need to fight. If we do fight, do we have the ability? No, we'd have to win. No.
Is it always to the death?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So there is no way to forfeit.
No, forfeit its death. But if 3 of you were able to get in the vase, if we can get the paladin to agree, you can put people in it. The reason I don't ask for more than 2 people, there's not that much air. You're going to have to breathe shallow. You're going to have to breathe deep. You may even have to put you asleep.
Pleasant.
I have lotus leaf. It can put you asleep, so you draw a very shallow breath. Normally there's 10 minutes of air. But if you draw shallow breath, maybe an hour or 2.
I've been buried alive. How much different will that be?
Okay. That would get all 5 of you in the Temple of the Lotus. They would just have to expel you and then give you the antitoxin. Now, the lotus leaf potion, we have to get from the alchemist. If we get him on our side, he can also make it. With the antitoxin to awaken you. It's a potion of eternal sleep. It's not really eternal as long as you give him the antitoxin. If you don't, well, pleasant dreams.
In the city where there's a nightmare beast prowling about.
Oh, yeah, that is a concern. But at least you'll both be in the same dream. So if you get attacked by the nightmare beast, the beast of starry eyes, you have a chance. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, what's the chance that that's going to happen?
I think I've just now discovered I might be claustrophobic. I don't know, but yeah, help with yes, we split up like that at the fights and the stealing and what have I got myself into? Okay.
Okay. I have a map of the Temple of the Lotus. Now, in the Temple of the Lotus, there is a hidden floor plate that slides. And there's a temple under the Temple of the Lotus that has been dug in. Inside that temple, there is a vault. That is the vault you need to be able to be in.
Damn it, another vault hunt. God damn it.
Now, the temple under the temple does not have many monks in it, but is filled with horrors that make it so that you don't have to guard it. It's filled with creatures of night and death. There are rumors about it, but I don't know many. You may be able to find out some. Maybe you'll be able to illuminate some of it. I know that the vault itself has a trap over it, a puzzle. I don't know much about the puzzle. The monks know about the puzzle. Perhaps in the next couple days, maybe if you want to try to find out more about the puzzle, maybe you can try to find the solution. Or at least know about the puzzle, so you can try to figure out the solution before you go with the puzzle. I, sadly, and most Jinn, are historically bad with puzzles. Canonically, we're bad with puzzles.
Canonically.
Really?
So I'm afraid we can't help you. And my merry men, terrible with puzzles. So I'm afraid it's all up to you.
Canonically.
We could tell by puzzle on door.
Yeah, that's true.
I had to contract that one.
Jeez.
I would get your money back.
Damn it, subcontractors. So, sounds good. We have another hour until they arrive. So, what I want you to do, come up, refine the plan, and I will help sell it with you. Alright? You will have to sell that. Your next few days we're going to try to find out more about the temple, the Lotus Temple, schedule of priests, whatever you need to find out. The guards, whatever. Right? Try to find out some information. We may be able to help you as well. We will help you in this endeavor as well. I'll try to point you in the right direction. So your plan is to steal the Shepherd's Crook. You're going to do this by challenging the Archangel, so its eyes are away, and 2 of our powerful sorceress and our sneak thief will go steal it away.
No, I'm not her sneak thief, but yes, we will work together to steal the crook.
Oh, I figured all of you belong to her, and she's the Jinn.
You're a Jinn?
No, I'm human.
You're Jinn blessed, though. You have the power of wish. It means that you're a higher plane, so they belong to you. Isn't that how this works?
No, we are equal. We are comrades.
I mean, if you choose that. If you plan to win, and if not, well, you're dead and you have the Shepherd's Crook and we'll go with plan B. If you win, you will bring, and this is what we're going to try to maybe figure out a cell for. We need the container to put you in and then grab the rest of them to be able to put in as well. You're going to sneak in. You're going to use that time to slip away somehow. All right? I may be able to help in this endeavor a little bit. I can make clay golems that can fake being you. They're little, but they grow when you put water in them. The downside is they're very dumb. They're programmed. You're going to have to teach them to be you. And they only last for 2 hours. And then they melt. In a
It takes
horrible
1 hour to
mess.
teach them.
So, little clay golems, you're going to have to teach them about yourself and how to be you. So you're going to spend time with them to teach them about yourself. So, the 3 of you, or 2 of you, or 1 of you, depending on who survives or dies, will have to teach the golems how to be you. The other 2 obviously do not have to because you will be sleeping in there.
Which is good. We are very unique.
The alchemist may have to have you get some materials, right? So you may have to grab those as well. But please, in an hour, when they come, have a plan ready and be ready to sell that plan to them. Sound fine?
Mm-hmm.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. Now then, we have an hour to figure this out. And that's where I think we're going to end it.
Yes.
Really, we have a week to figure this out.
You have a week to figure out what your plan is. I've given you pieces of an idea, but like what the plan is, And obviously you guys have like a couple days that you're going to have maybe do some information gathering. Thus I've got like this time chart and like little stuff in empty areas, so you can like, I want to look in this thing. You can figure out things about stuff, rumors, all those. Obviously you have a repertoire of individuals, right? So that's just kind of reference for who's on your team so far.
Find a wind djinn so we get all 4 elements. And then awaken the 5th element, Lilu.
Then I guess
Lilu Dallas
episode
multipass.
199 is selling it. Episode 179 is going to be you guys selling your heist, convincing them, and then potentially utilizing that time to start finding out stuff, preparing, right? Getting it all set up and ready.
To Don Draper this shit beforehand.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, the one piece of this that we've not addressed yet is what we're going to do about the guy's daughter and that grandson.
That's the other part that you and that may be a part where you get like a week and you're like, all right, how do we steal them away?
We put them in the vase.
Yeah, but I gotta breathe, and it's a newborn.
I mean, there's air. Not a lot, but if there's only 2 of them.
Maybe we could delay the pregnancy so it's not out yet.
Can we put a cork in it? That's how that works, right? That's where that saying comes from.
Could Wish delay a pregnancy?
Yeah. Wish could.
I get one a day.
Or could Wish just be like, hey, I want this to teleport over there?
Wish can mimic another spell.
Okay.
It's got that ability. It can mimic a different spell, any spell. I don't need the components. I don't need anything. Wish has that ability to do that. So, but I'm gonna need Wish the day of to be able to, unless we intercept them before the ceremony happens. But like, we're gonna have to like, is Maladek powerless outside of his desert? Like, because if we fuck up too bad,
He's not.
yeah.
Because, if grass or...
His desert comes
Yeah.
with him wherever he goes.
If Strom touched sand anywhere, he had the ability to at least detect him.
So something to think about is if we, I mean, how did you survive stealing the fat
It
wasp?
was an ordeal. We literally planned it out over like 4 or 5 games of tracking movements, sneaking into, making alliances. Just hopefully a little more compressed than that, because it took a lot of work to get through, and even though we just barely squeaked by. So it should be fun.
Should be fun. It'll be episode 179.